Mount Hood is the pinnacle of the valley, supplying us with water hundreds of years ago when it blew its top and gave us a lot of the ash, the Missoula big flood that provided a lot of the pockets of the deep soils that we have. The combination of the two allows the valley to have such rich soil that we all need as farmers. It's the same valley that my grandfather saw and my aunts and uncles. The people that have been doing it for generations, we do care about the soil. We care about the land. We are environmentalists.
I think Randy is an exceptional individual. He is just someone who has so much passion for what he does. He knows the trees, he knows the fruit, he knows every single person who's picking that fruit. And he's able to really take ownership of that and know you get a pear that is very different from somewhere else. Seeing his passion for growing, he grows, I think, 150 different varieties of pears and apples. We knew pretty early on in the process that he was very different from any other pear grower that we had spoken to. So we just started to develop that rapport with him, and of course, once we tried his fruit, it was life-changing. I don't think that's too strong a word for it.
Springtime on the farm here in the orchards, there's always something to do. We're starting early, we're starting to plant, we're grafting, fertilizing, and then after the thinning in the summertime, it goes right into the harvest.
Pears are different versus other fruits because with many other fruits, there aren't big differences between the varieties. But pears are unique in that way. There is a lot of difference. You might go to a Warren pear that gives you that intense pear flavor, but it's also super smooth, to a Concord pear that it never really gets fully soft. It has a very strong taste of vanilla, and it's almost like they're two completely different fruits, but they're just different varieties of pears. So because there's so many differences between the varieties, we love to give the winter mix so that everyone can try and see the differences between the pear varieties.
The D'Angelo pear, which is this one right over here, that's what we grow the most of in the Hood River Valley. It's a great, what we call a winter pear. A winter pear is one that stores throughout the winter. What we're doing with yours though, like I mentioned with the boss, we leave them on the tree. We don't go for the storage life, we go for the flake.
Yeah, and that's the key for us. So we've got Taylor's Gold, Comise, some Warrens, Concords, red and green Anjou. What else do we get?
You'll have
Boss.
Seckles, I think last year.
Yeah, Seckles.
We did Seckles, Pharrells. We'll try to get you at least 6 to 7 varieties in that nice mix set.
Yeah.
Growing up, I kind of knew my destiny, that I was going to be the person that took over the farm and run it. The reason why my grandfather and the majority of the people came to the United States, it was considered the land of opportunity. When my grandfather started in farming was really 1911. He was able to clear some land, and then in exchange for his work for a landowner, he was able to start farming. It's interesting, my dad and I had different ways, philosophies, I think. You know, he was easy-go-lucky. My saying, I think, is just the opposite. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. But it all works both generations. You know, the farm is kind of like a magnet. There's still that sense of family when I see my cousins that may not live here anymore, but they still hold the Hood River Valley, you know, near and dear to their hearts.